The bye week is always time for, speculation. What can this team do better to keep winning more ball games? What type of pieces do we need to add via or before the trade deadline, which we've talked about a couple, Dexter Lawrence, Miles Sanders. There's also many more out there, but most importantly, it's also a time to look at players who are in need of a contract extension. And one player is safety Cam Bynum. His contract is currently up after this season. I think we can all agree it's time to extend him, or that we need to extend Cam Bynum because he's become a pillar in our secondary on our defense for the last couple seasons at this point. So let's get right into it. Before we do, if you guys want one of these cool 23-inch backlit LED Minnesota Vikings 3D logo, feel free to hit the link in the description and also use a code or promo code VS30 for $30 off your purchase. So let's get into it. Cam Bynum wasn't supposed to be the answer for the Minnesota Vikings at the safety position, but apparently someone forgot to tell him. When Bynum began the 2022 season as a starter on Minnesota's defense, he was believed to be a placeholder in the team's starting lineup for Lewis Cine, who the Vikings had selected in the first round of the 2022 NFL Draft. But instead of that happening, Bynum emerged as a dependable piece of Minnesota's secondary, and he's remained a full-time starter since the start of the 2022 campaign. This season, he's already accumulated 31 tackles, 5 pass breakups, 2 interceptions, and 1 fumble recovery, in addition to allowing opposing quarterbacks to only have a 51.4 passer rating when throwing in his direction. With Bynum entering the NFL in 2021 as the 4th-round draft pick, he's currently in the middle of the final year of his rookie contract with the Minnesota Vikings. Ideally, Minnesota would like to figure out a way to extend him before he's able to hit the free agent market next March, and it sounds like the team has at least made attempts to do just that. According to recent reports from ESPN's Jeremy Fowler, the Vikings and Bynum have had discussions about a possible contract extension, in which Jeremy Fowler said in recent months, but couldn't reach an agreement. Probably hold off until the end of the year, I would assume. This information came about when Fowler was tasked with predicting which NFL player will sign an extension during the next 2 months, and he ended up selecting Cam Bynum, which seems obviously like a good sign. It is a good sign. Okay, it would be wise for Minnesota to work out a new deal with their young safety before the end of the season because there's a chance that he might not return to the Vikings if he's able to hit free agency in March. That's because he's pretty darn good at what he does. Okay, he's very good. He's one of the top safeties in the league. There's going to be teams chomping at the bit to sign Cam Bynum in free agency, so let's lock him up before he can even do that, right? Before he can even test the free agency market. Now, it would be a bit of an unprecedented move for Minnesota since they haven't extended a current player in the middle of a season since 2013. It's been a long time. But for Bynum, it seems like a decision that has become necessary if the Vikings want to keep him around past the 2024 campaign. I would agree wholeheartedly. Cam Bynum's been a pillar in this defense, in that secondary for the last couple seasons. And he's continuing to perform at a high level, especially this year. He already has an interception, a fumble recovery. The dude flies around, makes plays. He's electric at the safety position. And we already know Harrison Smith is close to his way out, close to retirement. So being able to lock up Cam Bynum, not necessarily going to be Harrison Smith's replacement, but obviously locking one of the safeties up for long term would help us out tremendously, especially when we have Josh Metellus, who's a captain on the team, who we expect to be a Minnesota Viking for at least 1-2 more years as well. Right? So I think the Minnesota Vikings will get this done. They need to extend Cam Bynum. Will it be in the middle of the season? I'm not sure. They haven't done it since 2013. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Should they extend Cam Bynum? When will this happen? Also, drop a like and subscribe to the channel. It'd be much, much appreciated. Have a great rest of the night, folks, and Skol Vikes.